Hello. This is a continuation of old video 2, actually the completion of that, also known as current video 50. I finished up old video 2 with an example that on review I wasn't very happy with, so I'm going to redo the example and see if I can explain it a little better. And don't be scared. I'm not really traveling back and forth in time. It's all done with electronic devices and smoke and mirrors. Or is it? At any rate, I'm here now. And what we need is a more enlightening type of, or I hope an equally enlightening type of object diagram where we were way back in the past, beyond anything I can possibly remember very well. We did the inheritance diagram, where animal was the most generic type of thing we were talking about, the most generic type of object. And as we worked down the tree, things got more and more specific. That's the point of view of how the classes relate to each other in that inheritance family tree. So here is an additional diagram or example that, what should I call this? I'm going to call this from the point of view of a single object. Point of view of a single object. So now that I'm using old videos, I have to go back and take notes on them just like you do. So I feel your pain, just like Bill Clinton. That quote predates all of you guys though, so don't worry about that. Here is a great big object. Oh my goodness gracious. It looks like a warped egg. This is the Leo object. Leo's a dog, Leo's a mutt, Leo's an animal, he's all those things. All of the attributes, all of the methods related to Leo are inside this very warped circle. Poor Leo. But inside Leo, this is like an x-ray view or a cross-section. Inside Leo are all the attributes, not Matt, but mutt, all the attributes and methods related to a mutt. The sad backstory of a life on the street, perhaps, or the sad backstory of having to live on a chain in somebody's backyard, whatever it may be. So Leo has the additional things that are just his, like an especially annoying bark. That would be an attribute of Leo that's not shared by all mutts. But all of the attributes and methods that are shared by all mutts, Leo also has those for himself automatically through the miracle of inheritance in object-oriented programming. Now, in addition to being a mutt, Leo was also a dog, you'll recall. I'll label that up here. So things like bark volume and favorite toy and favorite treat, all that kind of stuff that every dog has. They all don't have the same one, but they all have similar attributes. They all have the same named attribute, but the value of that named attribute might be different. So there might be a named attribute per dog of favorite squeaky toy. And Leo's favorite squeaky toy is the turtle. Not everybody's going to have turtle as their favorite squeaky toy, but if they're all dogs, they're all going to have a favorite squeaky toy. And let's see, at the top of the list was animal. It almost looks like it's done upside down or backwards or something, A-N-I-M-A-L. Because animal looks like the smallest, when actually animal is the largest category. Remember, this is from the point of view of the single Leo object down here. Inside this circle, everything we know about Leo, everything that Leo's able to do, but a lot of the stuff that Leo has that describes him, and a lot of the stuff that Leo is able to do is because he inherited that from these less and less specific classes. Here's one more example. Well, not one more, but a couple more examples. Let me see if I can make them up as I go along. What did animal have? Animal had an average lifespan. Because Leo is an animal, then all the animal properties and stuff that are in the animal class are things that Leo gets for free. So without us specifying that Leo has a lifespan that's his and nobody else's, he gets that for free because part of him, there is an animal part of him. There is an animal part of Leo, And that animal part is what has the lifespan. The dog has a bark volume, because all dogs have bark volumes. They don't all have the same bark volume, but because Leo is also a dog, there is a dog part of this Leo object that includes all of those attributes and methods, and so on. Well, actually, I hope that's better, because I think that I have irrevocably chopped off the YouTube video that was rerun video number 2, and I can't get it back. So I hope that's at least as good as the example that I replaced. This stuff, I feel your pain with having to take notes on the videos. You can feel my pain of this stuff it's pretty intense. It's kind of hard to explain. In some ways it's very general, and maybe it's very intuitive and it makes sense. But remember, all of this is because we have now started to look beyond the mid-level of writing for loops and lists and all that stuff in Python, and starting to think about programming in the large. These are the sorts of concepts and ideas that we have to get our minds around when we want to do software programming in the large, software development in the large, known as enterprise, a good Star Trek word, enterprise software development. That means it's too big for any one person to do it. It is an enterprise. It's a business just getting a program written. Okie dokie. I hope that's good enough. And I'll see you online.